Before we start, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more heart-touching stories like this, because today's story will melt your heart and remind you how one small act of kindness can change two lives forever. It was a cold, rainy evening when Daniel pulled his old pickup truck to the side of a lonely road. The sound of thunder rolled through the sky, and in the middle of that storm, he noticed a young girl walking alone, drenched, shivering, and clearly lost. Daniel, a single father in his early 30s, had just finished a long day at the construction site. His work boots were muddy, his hands rough, and his mind tired. Life hadn't been kind to him since his wife passed away 2 years ago, leaving him to raise his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, all alone. They barely had enough to pay rent, but somehow, Daniel always found a way to smile for his little girl. As he rolled down his window, the headlights revealed the girl's terrified face. She looked around 18, wearing an expensive-looking dress, now soaked and dirty. Her mascara had run down her cheeks, and her heels were in her hands. "Hey, are you okay?" Daniel called out over the rain. The girl hesitated. I just need somewhere to go. Please." Something in her trembling voice made Daniel's heart ache. He opened the passenger door. "Get in. You'll get sick out there." She hesitated for a second, then climbed in. Her name, she said softly, was Emma. Daniel didn't ask too many questions, he could tell she'd been through something painful. He just drove her to his small house on the edge of town, where Lily was watching cartoons with their dog, Ranger. The little girl ran up with excitement when she saw Emma. "Daddy, who's this?" Daniel smiled gently. "Someone who needs a place to stay tonight." That night, as the storm raged outside, Emma sat at the dinner table eating soup Daniel had made. She noticed the mismatched dishes, the flickering bulb above, and the small cracks in the wall. Yet the warmth in that home, the laughter between father and daughter, made her eyes fill with tears. "Are you okay?" Lily asked, offering her a cookie. Emma smiled faintly. "Yeah, sweetheart. I think I'm okay now." When Lily went to bed, Daniel handed Emma a blanket. "You can sleep on the couch. It's not much, but it's warm." "Thank you," she whispered, her eyes glistening. That night, Daniel didn't know who Emma really was. He didn't know that she was the only daughter of Richard Hayes, a powerful millionaire who owned half the city, or that she had run away after a painful argument with her father, who tried to control every part of her life. Emma cried silently that night, holding the blanket close. For the first time in years, she felt safe, not because of money, not because of status, but because someone had helped her without expecting anything in return. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the window. Lily's laughter filled the house as she played with Ranger. Emma helped Daniel prepare breakfast, burning the eggs and laughing when he teased her gently. "You're not much of a cook," he said with a grin. "Guess money can't buy cooking skills," she replied, then froze, realizing what she had just said. Daniel chuckled softly. "That's true. But love can teach it." Those simple words hit her deeply. By afternoon, Daniel drove her into town so she could figure out what to do next. But as they stopped at a gas station, Emma saw a group of men putting up flyers with her photo on them. "Missing, Emma Hayes, reward $1 million. Her heart raced. Daniel noticed her trembling. "That's you, isn't it?" he asked quietly. Tears welled in her eyes. "Please don't call them. I can't go back. My father only sees me as something to control. He doesn't love me, not really." Daniel didn't know what to say. He'd been poor his whole life, but hearing her pain, he realized money didn't always mean happiness. He simply nodded. "You can stay with us a little longer. Until you figure things out." That night, Emma helped Lily with her homework, laughed as Ranger licked her face, and sat with Daniel by the porch as the crickets sang. For the first time in her life, she felt like she belonged somewhere real. Days turned into weeks. Emma started helping Daniel around the house, cooking, cleaning, even helping Lily with her school projects. She saw how hard Daniel worked, how much he sacrificed for his daughter. One evening, she found him sitting quietly at the table, staring at unpaid bills. "Daniel," she said softly, "you've done so much for me. Let me help you." He shook his head. "You've done enough by being here. You made this house feel alive again." She smiled through her tears. "And you made me feel human again." They shared a quiet moment, two souls broken in different ways, slowly healing together. But happiness rarely lasts without being tested. One morning, black cars rolled into their street. Emma froze. Her father's men had found her. Daniel stepped in front of her protectively as a tall man in a suit approached. "Miss Hayes, your father has been worried sick," the man said. "Please come with us." Emma looked at Daniel, her eyes wide with fear and sorrow. "I don't want to leave." Daniel's heart twisted, but he knew she had to face her world again. "You have to go, Emma. But don't forget, you always have a home here." She hugged him tightly, tears streaming down both their faces. "I'll never forget you, Daniel. You and Lily showed me what love really means." Months passed. Daniel went back to his quiet life, working hard, caring for Lily, but missing the laughter that once filled his home. Then one evening, a black car pulled up outside. Daniel frowned, until Emma stepped out, now dressed simply but smiling warmly. "Emma," he whispered in disbelief. She walked up to him, holding a small box. "My father finally understood. I told him about you, about how you saved me. He wanted to thank you, but this," she placed the box in his hands, "this is from me." Inside was a set of house keys. "A new house," she said softly. "For you and Lily. No strings, no debt. Just, thank you." Daniel's eyes filled with tears. "Emma, I can't." "Yes, you can," she interrupted, smiling through her tears. "Because sometimes, the richest people aren't the ones with money. They're the ones with heart." Lily came running out, squealing with joy as Emma lifted her up and twirled her. Ranger barked happily, as if welcoming her home again. As the sun set behind them, Daniel looked at Emma, the girl he once took in for one night, who had changed his and his daughter's life forever. And that, dear viewers, is how one act of kindness can create a lifetime of love and gratitude. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because every small story like this reminds us that sometimes, helping someone for just one night can change everything, forever.